This is Mr. and what I have for you today is a Town Hall 10 version of that powerful combination that I showed at Town Hall 12, the Queen Charge hybrid combo. This is the Town Hall 10 version, so instead of needing to come in with equal hogs, equal miners, we're coming in heavily lopsided on the miners. Let's dive in. I'll have a couple of looks at this one. If you missed the Town Hall 12 one while this is playing, I'll put a link up there now. You can always check that out, open it in a new window or something like that. Now, the thing that makes this stand out as a slightly different attack than the normal attack, which is the Queen Charge hybrid, is the use of the Blimp with a Yeti within the clan castle. With the siege, instead of coming in with a siege barracks, you're coming in with a Yeti and a Blimp coming into the base, hopefully to take out the Queen. Now, ideally, that Queen should have gone down, except I think the clan troops were a little bit closer when the siege machine popped when the troops came out, so they decided to attack what was in the clan castle instead of the Queen, and the Queen was also able to therefore sit on the side and just snipe them out, take them out just a little bit at a time. King's gone down on that left hand side to create a little bit of a funnel. No point waiting, get him down early. If you rage him up, that's great. If he goes down, yeah, that's great too. Queen's going to come in, take out the enemy Queen. Now remember, with these sorts of attacks, well, my own personal take is that only Queen walk for roughly around about a minute. If you go for longer than a minute, then what tends to happen is that you can run out of time to finish off the rest of the attack. So here come the miners, going to get the hogs in as well. Now in that case, just always bear in mind that the miners will hit trash first and the hogs will run past the trash. Now Grand Warden, there is no Grand Warden at Town Hall 10. You have to rely on your spells. So in this case, bringing one poison spell in a CC, plus your own poison spell for skellies, which is what you've seen here, and then saving that rage. Could have used the rage for the Queen, but used the Queen's ability instead to keep the rage for the troops. So you might have noticed that in the Town Hall 12 version, how there was always a rage kept for the troops, and we're doing the same thing for the Town Hall 10 version as well. If you can, keep a rage for the troops. Use the Queen's ability, because like you saw here, as the Queen was coming in, use the ability, and then by the time the troops come down, there's no need to have a rage for the Queen. The troops benefited more from the rage than the Queen would have done from having some healers on her. The Queen was fine, because by then her ability's used, troops are coming in, and the troops are going to wipe out the weapons that are attacking the Queen. We'll have one more look at this. Now that you've seen how powerful this version of hybrid is. Of course, hybrid's the choice of attack by many people as it is anyway, but this is just like a little bit extra icing on the cake. Having a look at the clan castle, one Yeti, two Valks, and a Barb. Obviously the two Valks with the rage, because you're using a rage for the clan castle. Hopefully you can take out a Queen, something devastating to the attack. One balloon, obviously, to clear black bombs. Sams for the healers. Then you have the wizard, one wizard, 20 miners and 11 hogs. Let's have one more look at this attack. Now that we've seen what's what, how this attack's going to go. So, oh, well, look at that. The balloon was for the Blimp and not for the Queen. Blimp's in. Queen is yet to go down. Yetis have come out now. They had to bash through the wall first. Now, you did notice that the Yeti Mites did take out that expo. So one expo left than otherwise. And notice that when the Queen comes in, she's going to take out this sort of section, which means when you come in with the miners and the hogs, it's kind of forcing them on this pathing through. With the King being up here, wizard down as well to try and help the King path. When the King's on this outside wall, now you can start to see how the pathing straight through the guts of the base is going to work. Golem in the clan castle as a defensive unit. Queen is going to take that out, no problem. Just needs a little bit of time though. The only thing with the Golem in the clan castle is that it's a time sink more than anything. But we haven't had the second deployment of, or what I would call the last phase of the attack, obviously hasn't started yet. We've got a minute 30 left to go. I think the attack was about 2 minutes 40 all up. Would have been longer if it wasn't a Golem in the clan castle, or would have been shorter if it wasn't a Golem in the clan castle. So there we go, roughly a minute 20 from when the troops are deployed until the rest of the base is wiped out. And there's about 35% of the base, roughly speaking, was wiped out at that time. Keeping an eye on the troops, can see the skelly has popped, can see where the troops are now going to path over, and that's where he's dropped the poison in anticipation of where the troops are going to go, forcing all the skellies to go right through those troops, which is happened wonderfully. Get the raids in to get all the troops through that heavy area faster than they would have done if it was an heal, because if it's a heal, they're still trying to deal with all the DPS, but with a rage, they can knock out that DPS, including the miners, because the miners go through things like a hot knife through butter as it is anyway, especially with the rage, and of course the hogs as well. So he's got hogs left over. The hogs are petering out, but remember he only bought 11 hogs with him. Now, that hog's got a healer on it. That single hog has a healer on it. So even if that cannon does some good work, it didn't matter anyway. It was low health by the time it got through the other two hogs, and now at least this hog will be healed up. Queen is nearly fully back to health. King is still going around. So remember, the king was dropped very early, and the king is still pathing around. That's how devastating this combination is. I'll leave it up on the screen, just so you can have one more look at it. If you've got clanmates who are Town Hall 10, share this video with them so they can have a look at it as well. As an alternative to just doing a hybrid with a siege barracks, do the hybrid with a blimp. Come in, 1 rage for the blimp and 3 heals. Okay, you've just seen the attack. If you want to see it again and again, just hit repeat on this video. In any case, that's all I've got for today. If you have any questions or comments about this one for Town Hall 10, leave them down below. If you like this sort of content, you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.